Okay, so yeah, another creators toolkit sort of Linux thing, where we're going to have a look at a Linux distribution and see if we've got, you know, we can do creation on it. So we can do Resolve, we can play games, we can do graphics. Now, the one I've chosen should be the easiest one of the lot. It's called Ubuntu Studio. So Ubuntu Studio is, I've got the Puffy Pelican, I can't remember what it, Plucky Puffin version, which is the latest version, 25. It should be the easiest one to get going because it should be all hooked up for what you need. But I've just spent, I don't know, 30 minutes configuring it and doing things I wouldn't normally do on another one. So what I've had to do, I had to reinstall OBS, which comes pre-installed because it kept firing off errors about the FFmpeg. Because they've removed the layout and everything, I couldn't work out how to put the NVIDIA drivers on there. I mean, it's Ubuntu, so you should sort of be. But I had to move, as you can see, I had to move all the menus around as well to get them to what I want. That's just me, though. But yeah, it was a bit of an oddity. It's sort of, when I installed the NVIDIA drivers, when I found the driver manager, it didn't put the 32-bit libraries on there. So when I want, if you don't have 32-bit libraries, you can't play most Steam games, or pretty much all of them. So it's a weird one. I'm not dismissing it. I mean, it's brilliant that they've done this, but it's sort of very much tilted towards audio production. I'll show you. So you've got your main interface here with the logo, and then they pre-install some buttons at the bottom here for you that you can play with. Then you hit this one, which is great. So I've moved everything because otherwise everything came from the top. And then you've got your system. But I put DaVinci Resolve on my installer. I'll put a link to the installer in there. But let's just go through what's pre-installed. So utilities, nothing really new. System, science and maths, Libre, you've got maths. Office, great. Media playback, you've got a few more. You've got VCL pre-installed. Internet, yeah, and for some reason Steam's appeared in there. Thunderbird Mail and Firefox. Help, all these, Steam's in games. Okay, development, I've got a packer because I put some AI on here. I've installed it on Llama. I don't know what those git code or git drag things are. DaVinci Resolve, that's on. Now, what it's done is split everything into the audio production, graphic design, and video production. Brilliant. So if I hit video production, already it's put Resolve on there. Great. Blender, Free Show, KD, and let's fire that up. I've never run it because I've always just go straight to Resolve. So this is the other one that I don't mention them. I mentioned, but I obviously steer everybody towards Resolve because I know what it does. But yeah, it's great. Editor, brilliant. I'm sure people swear by this. File, it's got a view, clips, all the tools you need. So if you don't want to do Resolve, I'm sure this will do the trick. Let's come out of that. It's even got a color page. Just not open that or I'll get agitated. So video production, what else we got in there? Don't know what that is. OBS. That was the weird one. OBS was installed, but it wouldn't run. It wouldn't record audio. It kept firing off an FFmpeg error. So I reinstalled FFmpeg and I went and pulled the newest version of OBS directly from GitHub. So you shouldn't really have to do subtitle editor. Nice. So that's what. But then graphic design. So we've got all the graphic design stuff. Graphics utilities, 3D LUT Maker. That's pretty cool if you're doing with Resolve, making LUTs. Not that you should grade with LUTs. You should always go from log. They're just for technical purposes. No teal and orange on this show. And then you've got all the rest of it. ICC profile, test chart, photography, Darktable. Okay, Darktable, I've shown you that before. Let's fire that up. Darktable is like your raw developing tool. It's really good. It looks a bit daunting to start off with. It's decided I've got CUDA. Great. It's quite daunting if you don't know how to use it, but they've made it better than it was. So you can flip. I can't flip to darkroom because I don't have a picture, but you can go through here. It explains where things are, but you can develop raws in there. Raw therapy is another good one. That's a bit tricky. So where was I? I was in graphic design, Photoshop, GwenView, Blender, Blender. Yeah, I mean, you know what Blender looks like, I think. Is it going to open? Yeah, Blender, great. Continue. What's new? So, I mean, you've got all this stuff. And I'll just go through a few more bits for you here. Graphic design. I'm still in graphic design, aren't I? You've got Blender, GIMP. I can't remember this was. This is some graphics thing. Kitra. Yeah, that's right. You can do anime and stuff like that, like for drawing. I think it's really cool for drawing. Never used it. But apparently it's quite good image properties. Yeah, vector. I think that's a vector tool. Someone will correct me in the comments. Graphic design, we're still here. And then you've got Inkscape. Inkscape's great for, again, vector work. Supported by you, brilliant, great software. So yeah, that's all, we're off. It's just launched it, look at that. Yeah, it's all paths and vectors, great. I'm sure you can, it's got a Wacom tablet thing on here, so you can hook that up. LibreOffice, LibreDraw, My Paint. And yeah, so then audio projection, but this is nuts. This is absolutely huge. I'm sure this is great for an audio engineer. I want someone who's interested in it, but there's a lot of stuff on here. Mixer cards, MIDI utilities, instruments, effects, audio utilities. So it's like Ardour. This is what I was talking about before. This is a DAWs package. It's a digital audio workstation. So it's got tons. I mean, I wouldn't even want to punch a load of those to start them. But you've got everything you can imagine to start with pre-installed. So you could probably go through this and spend a couple of hours and like go, oh, I didn't know it did that. I didn't know you could use this. I didn't know they made that for Linux. So there's tons there, very heavily slight towards audio production, I think. But yeah, and I don't know why my OBS didn't work. And that was the audio element of it. I don't know, because it does say that it's sort of, it does say that it's sort of setting up your audio card at the beginning. So yeah, a lot of audio stuff on here. Anyway, great. But that's brilliant. You've got tons of stuff pre-installed, which is brilliant. You've got a lot of it ready to go. This is the latest version of Ubuntu, so it's cutting edge. All right, so let's just do a game thing quickly. Launch Steam. It's going to launch. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to bring up one of my classic, but for those of you who follow the series and see me start from the same place on Dredge, I've actually moved the boat. So you can see a new area. I thought it was just boring every time I'd launch Dredge. I'm at the same place, so I actually invested 10 minutes of time and moved the ship halfway across the world. But yeah, so Steam plays great on here. It says as it doesn't launch. Running. What's going on? It says it's running. Don't you just hate it when a demonstration doesn't work? So there we go. Woof. Heart went there. I hate the long delays on this. It's like there's all these sorts of weird long delays you get with launches. In Baselite's different universe. You hit it and it plays. Some of the different installations, right, I'm going to continue. Hopefully I'll be in the same place. Some of the different installations have this big gap where it's doing something behind the scenes and you don't see it. Here we go. Traveler. Okay, great. Keep going. I'm going to undock. And go out here. Great game this. I've mentioned this 1,000 times. Made by like 4 developers. Beautiful graphics. It's not huge. Well worth playing. There should be some kind of giant monster in here. Don't want to spoil it for you. You can see its tentacles. And so I'm probably going to get killed here. There you go. There's some Leviathan of the deep in this giant hole here. Oops, not happy. You see it's going to... Look at that. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look happy. Yep. Doesn't look happy. See if I can make it across. No. Your ship is dashed to pieces. Return to menu. So there you go. So that works. And so does the Kraken at the bottom of the thingy. So yeah, so we've got games. You can play those as well. So it's pretty comprehensive. You've got everything you want to straight off. So let's just do what I normally do, which is stop this, bring it into Resolve, and then just have a quick play with it. So let me just stop recording. And I've started recording again. So there we go. Let's shut that down. Let's bring up Resolve. Now, yeah, so I've put this on with my installer script, the universal one. That works really well on like Debian installations. It's the free version of Resolve. Obviously, I know, and I'm like broken record. Get the paid version. You get all the toys, and it's worthwhile. If you buy any software, so you need to buy your games and Resolve. That's literally all you need on Linux. So let's just media pool. If you don't know Resolve, I think I do this every video. You've got media, go into here and let's just grab that one. Let's grab that one, put that in there, change frame rate because it's 60p, create a new timeline. There you go, jump into the timeline, and there we are, scrubbing quite merrily. First, let me get in here. First thing you do, if your menu's wrong size, go up to preferences, go to user, make sure your UI is scaled correctly. Some of the some distros don't do it. You have to bring it up to 200% because it doesn't scale. So yeah, so you've got, that's fine. Just I'll talk you around Resolve. Media, wherever the media goes. Cut page is this rapid editor that they came up with. It's weird. I've never got on with it. Stick with the main editor. You've got everything there. Mixer, metadata, inspector, all your toys, and then jump to Fusion. And Fusion is like Blackmagic. It's basically a node-based sort of visual effects package. Great. Color, which used to be my world. Lift gamma gain, raw decoding, color patch map. You shoot a thing called a Macbeth chart. They call them here legacy, whatever it is. Data, color, spiders, and then you target the patches and it'll match the color. Primary, there, the lift gamma gain, offset, HDR, new thing, high dynamic ranging, color mixer, and your noise reduction across the top. I'm not going to go through all the toys. I made you get yourself around to DaVinci Resolve, especially for Unix users, Linux users. Anyway, so that's that page. Fairlight, super powerful audio, tons of plugins and stuff like this. You don't have access to any of the AI tools, which you'd get because you've got the free version. And then you've got the Deliver tab. So in the Deliver tab, you can go out to ProRes, which is brilliant. You didn't used to be able to do that on the free version and the paid version. So you've got that. Now, obviously, I've explained this every video I do, but I get asked this an enormous amount. Why doesn't my DaVinci Resolve free version do H.264? Why is my video grey? What it is H.264 and H.265 are licensed codecs, and anybody who uses them has to pay a royalty fee. So that's why they created AV1. AV1 is created by Netflix, Google, and everybody who doesn't want to pay that fee anymore. So your video, you're watching me now on YouTube, it's being delivered to you in AV1. So, and so's Netflix, and so's Disney Plus, and everything is being pushed at you in AV1 because no one wants to pay that royalty fee. However, H.264 and H.265 licensing is built into Windows and built into Mac OS, but not into Linux, obviously, because it's free. So when Blackmagic give you the free version on Windows does give you H.264, I think, but it doesn't give it to you on Linux at all. All you get, but it's probably the best option if you're using an NVIDIA card, is you get AV1. So if you use OBS, record everything AV1, edit everything AV1, and then you're good to go. So yeah, but you on the free version, on the paid version of Resolve, the studio version, you get everything. So obviously you need a card with an encoder. And now I don't know if the AMD cards work with their hardware encoding on here, but they certainly do with NVIDIA. You get that. But if you get the full version, you've got all the codecs. So there you go. And then you've got presets at the top here to pump out your whatever. So yeah, so that works brilliantly. Get rid of that and come out of it. And then the last thing I normally look at is a bit of AI. No, actually, yeah, I'll do AI quickly. So I installed a Llama, which is really easy to do. You just go up to here, and then you go Llama. And if it comes up, will it do that? A bit slow. Download Linux version, grab that. I had to put console. I had to put pin that to, that's not there. You don't want to use terminal all the time, but you do need terminal to get to it. Grab that command, put it in there, run it, and you've got a Llama will come in and detect. I've got an NVIDIA card. Then you need a front end. You can either use a thing called Web GUI, which is a pain to install, or the Alpaca thing, which is great. That's in development. You launch this, and basically, whatever model you download, so I'll just do it quickly. Welcome to Alpaca, blah, blah, blah. I've not set this up, so you can install it. I wouldn't do that. Close, because I've installed a Llama already. You can do it, a version within Alpaca, or you can do the way that I do it, because for some reason, the one that you install, the managed version, doesn't seem to notice the video cards. So just go straight to normal memory and CPU, which you don't want. So managed instances, add an instance. Now that's what I mean, managed. I've got a Llama already on here. Just click accept, save, and I'm good to go. So up the top there, add model, available. All your models that are up on a Llama's model library. Let's get something really tiny to get on here that's really quick. They're the 1 billion parameter model. So we just quickly install that. This is like, doesn't want to have a lot of information. So once that's doing that, I'm going to find something else. There's another, if you are using the free version, there is a tool, I don't think they put it on here, that's really, really handy. And it's called Shutter Encoder. Use this on Mac and PC, and not necessarily for Linux, but this is such a powerful and handy tool. Download the app image, because app images don't need dependencies. So let this come down. Obviously, I'm doing something else in the background here, so it may take a while. So Llama's doing its. Has that added the model yet? That's still coming down. So you're going to have to watch a lot of downloading. Where is it? Nearly there. And app images are great. You can install it, but with app image, it's really easy to just to run it. So let's just get this. Yeah, donate. I'd love to. I've already donated. Good piece of software. Is it there? It's down. Okay, so that's it. So just go into the folder. And this is another weird thing. Just point this out. This is great, but it's weird. None of these were here. All it had was home and desktop, and I had to. Well, I've never had to do this before. I had to work out how to. If I go home, see downloads, isn't there? You have to drag that over and pop it in there. You'd have thought that. I mean, these are the main folder levels on Linux, so you'd have thought they were there. Anyway, to run Shutter Encoder, you just right-click on it, go to Properties, and then in Permissions, allow executing as a program. Okay, and then we'll run it. Hopefully, what do you wish to execute? Do not ask again. It's a bit of a weird one. Okay, so up it loads and get that out of the way. So this is really clever. So if this is where the, let's get rid of that. All right, I'll finish up with Shutter Encoder and come back to a Llama that's now loaded. So if I go to my thingy over here, File Manager, go back to my videos folder, there's a file, let's just grab that one. So grab that, now that's AV1, I want to convert it. Now you get this massive drop down here with everything. So if you'd already encoded something 8264, and I want to change it to AV1 to put it into Resolve, I could just do this. And you can configure it and export it. And obviously the thing is, I don't think you want ACC or something, but also you can auto-detect GPU encoding, hardware acceleration, there we go, NVENC. So basically I can use the NVIDIA card to do the translation. And there you go, really powerful. You've got tons of controls, scaling, audio settings. So it says convert to AC audio. No, maybe I could switch it to PCM 24-bit. Cropping, watermark, bring a lot on something, color grading. Don't really go down there. That's a bit of an epic. Corrections. It's got stabilize image, transitions, image sequence, time code, advanced features. It's got advanced features. Forced interlacing, force output. What have we got there? Set GOP. Basically, you've got everything you need to do with a bit of video in there. Thank you. Get rid of that. And then the last thing, let's have a look at the AI now. That's why I'm doing a tiny model, because what happened last time, the video, me in the corner here, may stutter. Can you write a story? Let's see if I start stuttering in the corner, because obviously this is going to go to video memory and put a bit of stress on the GPU. Yeah. Yeah, this is a 1 billion parameter model. It's not really a great story there, but bless it. But you can see what I mean. If you want to put in a much bigger model, you can. I mean, this, if you just were playing with AI and you've got a 16 gig card, I highly recommend this. Got it? Oh, it's on there? Where is it? Where is it? ChatGPT is on there. Where's it gone? It's not appeared. There is, search for it, OSS. That's weird. That's the first time that's not been there. But there's a ChatGPT model called GPT OSS. which you can put on here, which fits perfectly into it's 14 gig and it's 20 billion parameters. It fits inside a 16 gig card. Anyway, it's not there, but it should be. It normally is. Anyway, so that's Llama. So you can see, you know, Ubuntu Studio is really comprehensive and it gives you tons of stuff, possibly more than you need to start off with. But I mean, whoever's doing this, creating it, well done. I mean, this is amazing to have all these toys in one go. But you have to really focus, I think, on this is like everything at once, what you want to do. So long as you know the apps, maybe you do this first, maybe you install this, work out what applications you want to use, find the right distro you want to work with, something like, I don't know, Catchy, Manjaro's good, something like Manjaro, and then you install these from Flatpak or however you get them on there. Then you've got, you know, the work with the tools you want to work with, because there's an awful lot here. Awful lot, but it's probably worth installing this first and working out what works, because they've got the cream of the Linuxy sort of software there. What's that? Pencil 2D. I've never seen some of these before. It's really good. But yeah, I mean, it was a bit weird with this. I had to do some strange what's that? I've never run that before. Blackmagic raw test. Let's start. What's it say? CPU, what can I do? 8K, 67 frames per second. This is for the Blackmagic raw. This is probably going to obliterate OBS. So if I'm stuttering now, bear with me. Shows you the compressions it can do. That's good. There you go. Okay, so that's Ubuntu Studio. It's really good. Quite overwhelming. But I mean, I use Bazzai. I mean, I like to play, I like games optimization, and I can do everything I need to do, video editing and everything in Bazzai. Strange. But you got to remember that anything that's optimized for games is normally pretty good with anything to do with graphics. So, I mean, those two worlds coexist. But yeah, whoever's doing this, great project. And if you've got any questions about this, like and subscribe and all that malarkey. If you've got any questions about this, put them in the comments and I'll try and answer. Anyway, thanks for watching.